Greetings, everybody. So I want to just mention a couple more things about my trip to Medjugorje. One is related to something that I already discussed, but I wanted to just go into a bit more detail about it, and that was this healing mass that I attended that took place just a few kilometers outside of Medjugorje. So I gave you the basic details of what happened there, but I want to just say a little bit more because I can't emphasize enough just how deflating and disappointing that mass was. You know, it was advertised during, well, actually after the 10 a.m. mass at St. James's Church. It was mentioned that there would be a healing mass, and it was said where it would be at the Divine Mercy Church. So I found out how to get there. I got on a coach. It appears that I joined a group that was already going there, led by a tour guide from Ireland named Deirdre, or I think she actually lives in Medjugorje now. And on our way there, it was about a 15-minute journey. She's giving this great speech about how she's been healed, about how so many people she knows have been healed, about the power of this mass, about the priest who's going to be leading it, named Father Jerry Campbell, also Irish, who has the amazing gift of healing. He's such a powerful healer, she said. And at this point, I'm getting pretty excited because I'm thinking, you know what? I would love to be healed because I certainly need to be. Or if not me, I'd like to see other people get healed. I was really kind of looking forward to seeing at least somebody, at least one person, getting healed in that mass. And so I went in. The first hour was basically a mass, a normal mass. Kind of in the charismatic style, not really my thing, but it was a mass. It lasted about an hour. Interestingly, before it started, this lovely lady Deirdre told everyone to put their phones away during the mass, and then she kept taking her phone out and filming every few minutes. Every time there was some kind of charismatic style song, she had her phone out, she was filming everything, and I thought, okay, so you can do it, just not us. But anyway, after that hour, the mass was done. And then the next hour, it seemed to be like a post-mass celebration of charismatic style singing. Again, not my kind of thing. And yeah, there was a lot of charismatic stuff going on. At one point, she was telling us all, because there's this big picture of Jesus at the front behind the altar. She was telling us all to put our hand out to Jesus and tell him to heal us. Tell him to heal us. I mean, I felt really weird doing that. I didn't put my hand out, but I did ask him to heal me. I would have felt like a bit of a dork putting my hand out. It's just not my kind of thing at all. It's not natural to me. But other people were doing it. They were putting their hand out, asking Jesus to heal them. There are all kind of stories told as well by Deirdre. During that mass, or during, I think this was after the mass, during that second hour, she was talking about how one person was here and they were holding a picture, some kind of picture, I don't know if it was John Paul II or whatnot, and then they were looking at the image of Jesus, and John Paul II came out of it, supposedly, and then there was another girl who I think either St. Faustina or Jesus came out, I can't remember. It was all very, I mean, there was very big claims made. So people were excited, you know, people were calling Jesus in this picture to heal them. And there was also a moment where we all lined up and went forward to kiss the relics of both John Paul II and St. Faustina that are in that church. My local parish actually also has relics from John Paul II and St. Faustina, but here we actually went up to kiss them. And we did that, and I thought, oh, maybe something's going to happen here. Maybe someone's going to be healed by John Paul II or St. Faustina. Didn't happen. And I was still kind of thinking, okay, there's going to be more, right? Father Jerry Campbell, he's this great healer. There's going to be something. You're going to start praying over people. They're going to start falling over or something. Someone's going to be healed. And then it ended. And we all left. We were all leaving the church. And then as we were leaving the church, there were a bunch of people there trying to sell us things. And I felt hoodwinked. I felt like, what? That was it? Where was the healing? And then we all went back to the coach. And then, as I said in my other video, Deirdre got on the mic as we were heading back and started talking about, oh, all the amazing healings that took place during that mass. Wasn't it amazing? What amazing healings? There were no amazing healings at all. So it was a huge disappointment, I'll admit. I was very pumped before it, very open, and I was ready to just see whatever happens. And I wasn't sitting there with my arms crossed thinking, go on then, let's see the healings. And sadly, when you go there and you actually test it for yourself, in this case it seems there were no healings at all in this healing mass. The second incident I want to talk about is something I didn't mention yet. In my video reviewing my trip to Medjugorje, I did say that I didn't see any sun spinning, any sun pulsating or changing colours. My rosary didn't turn gold. I didn't smell a strong smell of roses. As I've just said, there were no healings at the healing mass. Generally, I did not see anything supernatural at all while I was there for a week. I just saw recently Tom from Medjugorje. There's a channel, somebody called Tom, who's German. I think his name is Thomas Huth. And he puts up videos every single day, just him wandering around Medjugorje and various places. It's quite nice. He gets a lot of people's testimonies also in Medjugorje. He talks to a lot of priests there, gets their testimonies. But he recently put up a video where he claimed that the sun was spinning in this video. So of course, 250,000 people, at least for now, it might be more. The last time I checked, 250,000 people watched that video, where you actually don't see the sun spinning at all. You see a bunch of people going like this. There's no image, there's no video of the sun spinning. It's a bunch of people looking up at the sky, right? That's not a video of the sun spinning. That's a video of people allegedly reacting to the sun spinning, but we can't see the sun spinning. It's like another video I reviewed of people in Africa, I think it was Kenya, supposedly seeing Mary after the Mass. Now in that video you don't see Mary, you see a bunch of people looking in a certain direction above the altar, supposedly seeing Mary, whereas all you can see as the viewer watching it on video is just some sunlight reflecting on the wall. So as I said, I did not see anything supernatural. This is the closest thing that could be considered something supernatural, or at least unusual, out of the ordinary, but it might not be. And it took place during the Sunday Mass. So every day in Medjugorje they have a Mass at 10 a.m. in St. James's Church for English speakers, right? An English-speaking Mass, 10 a.m. On Sunday it seems they have it at noon, and they have it in the big conference hall, not in the church, because I think the church is being used by locals at that time. So I went to this Mass in the conference hall. I sat in the third row. I wanted to get nice and close to the altar and so I can hear the sermon from the priest. It was a hot day, so all the side doors are open. Now, during the sermon that the priest was giving, there's a lady, she's outside the conference hall and she's walking past the open door. She's kind of walking back and forward and she's muttering something. She seems disgruntled. I don't know what she's saying. It certainly doesn't sound like it's English, but she's muttering unhappily as she's walking past. She doesn't go in at any point. She's just walking past. You can see her going past one of the open doors. And people are noticing this, right? It's audible, her muttering. And they're looking over and getting a bit distracted. But again, that could just be a crazy woman, right? The thing that was odd to me was that at one point, as she walks past and mutters, she says one word that I can actually understand, and that's tabernaculum. So she's walking past and it sounds something like tabernaculum. Like she's muttering something and then she yells tabernaculum. And again, like I think loads of people look over then. What's going on over there? One of the men walks over, it might be one of the locals from Medjugorje, and he goes to check what's going on. He kind of looks out. I had a feeling he would try and talk to her or shut the door or something, but he just sort of looks out. It seems like she's gone. So then he comes back in, and then, you know, everyone kind of sort of gets back into the Mass, and the priest actually says, "Where was I?" Okay, and then he continues his sermon. So that was weird. I haven't seen that anywhere at a Mass before. It could be a possessed woman. It might just be a nutcase. My, have I seen plenty of crazy people just wandering around in London. So this isn't proof at all that there was anything demonic involved in this, but it was certainly odd and the closest thing I would say to anything that was out of the ordinary happening in Medjugorje while I was there. Let me know in the comments section what you think of that, whether you think that could have been something supernatural or if it was just probably some crazy woman who was just upset or annoyed with something for some reason. Thank you for watching the video, folks. Have a blessed day.